Let's go and see Catherine Smith. That says J. McLean Anal. J. McLean's mum. It brings a tear to your eyes like poetry. Those birds are making a lot of noise. What hello to everyone coming in. I'm just going to Runcorn Cemetery because you know the Titanic, RMS Titanic, which sank in 1912. Well, obviously, I'm not going to find the grave of the captain of the Titanic because he went down with the ship. So he's somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. But his mum, Catherine, is buried here. So you know Captain Edward John Smith, who was captain of the RMS Titanic. Only one R, I can't talk, but he was born in Stoke-on-Trent. All his family came from Stoke-on-Trent. And then in the 1890s, his family moved here to Runcorn. And his mum passed away. She's in there. And because Edward Smith was a captain, he had to move for the work. He went to Liverpool because Liverpool is a very, very big port for ships. And so he went there for work. And then when he retired, he says, I'm going to move back to Runcorn to be near his mum, who's just up here. And the White Star Line says, no, you have had such a fantastic career. You haven't had one accident. Runcorn Cemetery. You haven't had one accident, so we're going to give you, as a final send-off, you can captain the Titanic at its maiden voyage. So he moved down to Southampton for one last move. And his daughter always says in interviews, I think she died in 1973. Here's a memorial to the COVID-19 people. His daughter always says that my dad said when he was going to retire, he was going to come here, back to Runcorn. I can hear grasshoppers. But his mum's buried just up here. Now in Stoke-on-Trent, where the Smith family came from, There's a statue of Edward Smith. It's in the park. What's the park called now? I've been there. It's on my channel. But like I say, sadly, Edward Smith does not have a actual grave because he went down with the Titanic. So his dad's buried in Stoke-on-Trent, but that's about an hour's train journey from here. But Edward Smith's mum was called Catherine Marsh, and obviously when she got married, she's called Catherine Smith. Oh, there's a nice little war. There's a nice little war cemetery here. Nice little war memorial. Hang on, Catherine, how am I coming? Let's have a look at this. Hi, Greg. Hello, mate. Dedicated to the memory of seafarers and mariners of Runcorn who sailed during World War I and World War II. There's even a cross here. I don't know why they didn't have Edward Smith's name here. I mean, just as a little memorial. I think there's a Titanic picture in here somewhere. I'll have a walk around in a bit, but hang on a sec. Part of our heritage. Yeah. Oh, there was a church here that's been demolished. But this is in memory of all the seamen who died on the boats. Oh, I'll walk on it because it's a bit disrespectful. But let's go and see Catherine. They could have mowed the grass. I don't know why they haven't mowed the grass. Look at it, it's a bloody state. Right, here she is. Hi, Catherine. Right. You know the Titanic. You know the captain of the Titanic. This is his mum, okay? If that clears it up. Let's see what it says. In loving memory of Catherine Smith, wife of Edward Smith of Hanley, Staffordshire, died 1st of November 1893, aged 86 years. They should have put Edward Smith here, you know, as a memorial to him, because obviously Edward Smith has no grave because he's in the Atlantic somewhere. I don't know why they didn't just put his name down there. God bless you, Catherine. But because she's here, there's a plinth around here somewhere that mentions the Titanic. If you know me, you know I love two things, Pepsi and the Titanic. So that's Edward Smith's mum, who was captain of the Titanic. And there should be a little plinth around here saying in memory of the Titanic. You see one of these things here. It looks like that, but it says Titanic on it. That's what Google says. So just give us 2 minutes. If I haven't found it, I'll leave the way I came. They really need to cut this grass. Oh, but I watched a lot of grave channels, and they're all very good, like Unusual Things and then BP Palm. But I've never seen anyone come here before. Obviously someone's been here before, but I can't find it on YouTube. So let's just see if I can see a plinth that says Titanic on it. Well, if we can't find that, at least we've found Catherine. And it's 32 degrees today, which is bloody murder. Where is it? It's a big boat. You can't miss a big boat. Because Edward Smith's mum's here, there's a big stone statue saying in memory of the Titanic. We found Catherine. Now where's his stone? There's a lot of soldiers here. Over there, there's a massive cross. It's a big war memorial in honour of the soldiers who passed here. And there's a lot of soldier stones here. God bless them all. It's a bloody shame. War's good for nothing. It just takes people away from the families. That's all war does. More soldier graves. I think this is the cremated section. I haven't seen the Titanic yet. But if I don't find it, at least we've had a walkabout. Jesus Christ! I didn't know about that section over there. I'm not walking over there with my feet. No, thank you very much. I mean, the Titanic was a awful disaster, but you wait till you see my feet. That's a disaster, pal. And the thing about cemeteries is I try very hard not to film anyone because people have come here to see the families and pay respects to the loved ones, so I try very hard not to tape anyone. But I've only walked past like 2 people. Where's this Titanic memorial? Google says it's here, so it must be true. I think Google's full of bollocks. But I'll cut that section out where we've been to see Catherine Smith, and I'll put it on my YouTube page. But I am having no luck finding this Titanic memorial. There's a man over there, so I won't film over there. But I'm getting some cardio today. Look at the size of this, Jesus Christ. I didn't know so many people lived in Runcorn. Right, I don't see a Titanic memorial there, so it's got to be up here. There's a nice little church over there. But Google doesn't pay its taxes, and now it gives you false information about where the goddamn Titanic memorial is. Let's go and have a look at the war memorial, and then I'll call it a day. Yeah, thankfully there's no one about. I don't take people when them in the cemetery. But to everyone just jumping in, we've been to see Catherine Smith's grave. Somebody's ate a pigeon. Feet are torn to ribbons. Garden of Remembrance. Yeah, the war memorial's over there. Hopefully this won't be for nothing, and we'll find the Titanic memorial. I mean, his mum's here. Google says it's here, so. But I'm having no look. Always do your homework, kids. I think this is the cremated section. Yeah. Let's just have a look at the war memorial, and that'll have to do. Today is 32 degrees. I really should have worn sleeves. I'm gonna have some serious sunburn after this, boy. There's so many things chirping. Look at the size of it. 1957. There's a memorial. The war memorial, not the Titanic one. But if you Google Runcorn Cemetery, shut up. If you Google Runcorn Cemetery, it says there's a Titanic memorial here, but I don't see it. It's only like a little stone plinth with a picture of the Titanic on it. Oh. That sounds like a magpie or a World War I machine gun. Look at this stage, this grass. No wonder I can't find the bloody memorial. How long this grass is. Look, it's higher than the stones. Bloody disgrace, look at it. Get a gardener in. Cut this bloody grass. Lazy sods. Under a soldier's grave, and they've left it in this knee-high grass. Bloody disgraceful. Well, you've seen me walk around here completely, and I can't see a Titanic memorial, but this is a war memorial. To the honoured memory of those sailors and soldiers who gave their lives for their country in the Great War, 1914 to 1918, and who lie buried in this cemetery. I think Google says there's about 50 soldiers in here. There's 50 soldiers, but no Titanic memorial. Well, I've waffled enough. Thank you everyone for joining in the stream. If you're feeling charitable and want to give me an AIM tip, my PayPal's richardstokes567@yahoo.co.uk. If you want to get me AIM coffee. But I promise if you don't, I just like having company instead of walking about talking to himself. Hope everyone's well. Bye-bye, guys. Have a nice day.